Hey everybody, so the other day I found this wheel in the garbage, and what I did is I waited so that I can share the inspection process with you guys so that you can see the entire thing like from start to finish and exactly the way that I do it. Now, the only thing I could see that was apparently wrong with it is that it needs a spoke, but that's why we do the inspection so we can find out and see if there's anything else wrong with it. So what I'm going to do is just use two different angles just so you guys can see, like share the process as best I can. And I also have my boom mic so that I can try to get some realism with sound. Okay, so let's not waste time and get to work. Okay, so we have it on the stand here, and we can see there that there's a spoke loose, okay? What we're gonna do is we're just gonna quickly check here. Um, and we'll notice that it's a head-in spoke. So what we wanna do is just look for the other head-in spoke and just follow the pattern along, right? So the pattern here is it's an over and then under. So really, technically, it's over, over, then under. So we wanna do the same thing. So over, over, and then underneath this spoke here, just like so, and then into its hole. I've got a spoke nipple here, and we're just going to put her in right here. So the easiest way to do this here is the spoke is long enough, okay? It goes through the spoke hole in the rim, and we just want to put our nipple through, use gravity to hold it in, well, for it to just drop down, and then we just kind of slide it in. And then the threads are somewhat engaged here, but we have our nipple driving tool. So what we're going to do is just tighten up the nipple all the way to where the spoke threads are no longer visible. Okay, so we got one done. Now, okay, right here you can see that there's a problem. This spoke here is really, really loose. There's no spoke tension, and the spoke tension on this one, which we just redid, like basically just reinserted into a nipple, they're both really loose. Let's see if there's any other problems. Usually when you see that, it means that there's going to be like a dip in the rim, and it means that the rim's not going to be round. So we're not going to be able to true it properly, but you just never know, right? Like you still have to go through the motions and just to make sure. So we're going to look over, make sure there's no other problems here. And we can see right here that there's another spoke missing, okay? Again, we're just going to go back here and look. We have the two spokes surrounding that nipple hole are on the non-drive side, and that means it's going to be missing on the drive side. So we're going to have to look over on the drive side here, and you can see the hole right here. Now, what we want to do is look at the spokes surrounding the hole, and basically their heads in. So the heads are facing the inside of the flange, which means that we want our spoke head out. Okay, and this is where it gets kind of difficult, right? So we'll just kind of bend her up just a tad here. So we can try to get it through the spokes over here. Okay. Give it a bit more of a bend. And now bending spokes is not a big deal simply because like they bend, right? They're designed to bend. So there we go. And then we just want to follow the pattern, right? So we're going to look here at the other spoke that has the head out on the flange. It's kind of going this way, okay? So what it does is it goes under one spoke, under another spoke, and then over another spoke. So that's what we're going to do with this one. We're just going to weave it through here, weave it through the other spokes. Then we find our next spoke over, right? So it's going to be under, and then over. And then we look for its hole, and it's right here. So that's perfect. So we look for our spoke hole. It's right up here. We just got to remember our pattern. So it was under, and then over, and then it'll go in the hole. Now, look here. Look. You can see that the spoke doesn't go into the spoke hole, okay? Now, that's a problem because there's a good chance that the rim is no longer round, it's kind of egg-shaped. But we're going to try anyways because being a few millimeters off isn't really that big a deal. we go. It'll fit into the nipple, and then we'll just drive it in all the way so that the threads on the spoke are covered. Okay, so now we have that done. Now we just got to see how true this wheel can get. Grab our spoke wrench here, and so what we're looking for is where our wheel kind of veers off to the left or to the right. And you can see it here. It's totally touching right here. And all we have to do is just go find our spokes, and we can see that there's a few spokes here that are a little loose, okay? And this one here on the drive side is very, very loose. So what we have to do is we have to add tension to this, okay? I am really unsure that this wheel is going to true out well enough, and I don't really want to waste my time because that's a big pull over to the left side, to the non-drive side. So what we'll do here is we'll just tighten her up and see. We're just going to see, okay? So we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. Go a half turn and then take a half turn off. And it's actually gotten a fair amount better, okay? There we go. So we're just going to do a bit more. So 1, 2, 3.5, and then 3.25, and take some off. Now we can see there that it's not even touching anymore. We've kind of trued it out so that I guess that wave there going to the non-drive side is gone. Wow. Okay, so it's actually looking pretty good here. Just take a look here. You can see there's kind of a hop going on there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move our indicator arms here down like this. And you can see there's a good hop there, okay? Wherever it dips down here, we're going to just feel the spokes, and there. You can see that these spokes here are really, really loose, okay? Here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the few minutes and just tighten these guys up as much as we can and see if we can fix that hop. Okay, so get some tension going on in here. And this one here, this is actually one of the spokes that, well, this spoke was already loose. Okay, so we're just going to tighten this one up really quick because we could save this wheel. Somebody's probably tried to true this already, or replace the spokes, and they just got sick of it, right? So they just didn't bother anymore. There we go. We just find our loose guy here, and we're just going to add tension, okay? We're going to add a good amount of tension because it's not really that bad to add a lot of tension in this respect at this point, simply because we can just loosen it all off. And there's a good chance that I'm going to loosen all the tension off anyway and just re-tension the entire wheel. So, wow. Okay, there's a big hop here, okay? Now look at that. Look at that hop. So it dips a little bit, and then it hops right up. Like that's got to be like, what, 3 or 4 millimeters? This dip means that these spokes should be totally loose, and they're not, okay? Then there's that huge hop, and these guys are already pretty tight. But these ones are loose, okay? Right where that hop is. And I don't think that we're going to be able to salvage this one. We could try. I could go through the motions with you, but I just don't think so. See, it dips down there, then it hops right here, okay? And these spokes are really, really tight. Any looser, then we're going to lose the tension on the wheel, and that's no good. So, unfortunately, I'm not even going to go any further than this, simply because the tension just doesn't work out right, and it means that it's garbage. Okay, so the inspection process is done. I've shared it with you, and this wheel is just not worth our time. Basically, the rim is just too ovalized, and when you have like a big gap like that, okay, it's just not really, it's not worth it because you're not going to be able to balance the tension properly, and essentially the wheel really is garbage. So whoever threw it out, thanks for doing that. We were able to inspect it and see that it actually is garbage. then we can just dispose of it properly, like recycle it or whatever. Now, part of my recycling process is to take these things apart and keep what I can, like the good spokes, and most importantly, the hub, because I'm always looking for good hubs to make wheels for my buddy whose main source of transportation is his bike. And, he's on like fixed income or whatever, and he can't just buy whatever he wants whenever he wants. So, I try to do my civic duty and help him out. Not to mention all the students that go to the university just up the street, and, all the diplomats that come here and do their tours and stuff like that. I also hope that this helps you when you go to buy used parts, how to inspect them, okay? Because there are a lot of sellers who will just sell things as is, and you can't really trust that what they're saying is, like correct, because they don't care. They're just selling garbage, okay? And there's a lot of them. Now, once you learn how to inspect, inspect wheels, what to look for, like for instance, if the spokes are loose in certain spots, if the wheel kind of hops or dips when you're giving it a spin, if spokes are missing, and the fact that the wheel would would even spin at all, they're just kind of indicators that you have a piece of garbage and you shouldn't waste your money on it, or they're indicators that you can really negotiate this seller down. And quite honestly, I won't give them anything. I'll wait until it just sits in their garage collecting dust, and they put it out next spring in the garbage, and I just go pick it up. Okay, so since I can't salvage this wheel, what I'm going to show you guys is how I take it apart really, really fast. Sometimes I like breaking stuff, and I'll share my enjoyment with you guys. So what I'm going to do is just take some of this tape here, and I'm just going to put it on over the spoke holes in the rim, and you'll see why soon enough. Basically, what I want to do is I want to hold those spokes in there when I cut out when I cut out the hub. Now, I think I'm going to do this as an homage to my favorite YouTuber, because she likes to break things too, and I find that kind of cool. So here we go. There we go. All we did was we just cut all the spokes. I tried to get the sounds with my boom mic so that I can use, I don't know, like share it with you guys better. And we did this because we like to break stuff. Okay, so I guess this wheel was good for something after all. So again, thanks for watching. If you want to watch some of my other DIY videos, I'll put them up here, and you can just pick and choose, whatever you want, whenever you need it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.